You felt it. She looked at you as if no one else existed, smiled as if she meant forever. Oh. Then, all of a sudden, she disappeared into silence. It's no more late-night texts, no more warmth, just distance. You're left wondering how someone who cared so much could become so cold. Here's the Stoic truth. Sometimes a woman ignores you not because she's over you, but because she's falling too deep. Let's break this down. Most men think a woman pulling away means she's done. They assume she's lost interest, that they messed up and need to fix things. But what if the opposite is true? What if her silence isn't apathy but intensity? What if she's not walking away, but retreating from emotions that are too strong to handle? In this video, we'll explore 7 psychological reasons women ignore men when they're deeply in love, and how a Stoic man should respond with strength, grace, and control. 1. Her feelings scare her. Love isn't always peaceful and full of butterflies. For some women, it can be anxiety, confusion, and emotional overload. She may not have expected to fall for you, and now that she has, she's uncertain what to do. She feels exposed, worried about getting hurt, and afraid of surrendering control. So instead of leaning in, she steps back. The Stoic approach is not to panic, chase, or question your worth. Let her sit with her feelings and respect her need for space. She feels safe again. She'll return on her own, too. She's testing your emotional strength. Yes, women test. Not to manipulate, but to measure. They want to see if you can stay composed when they're distant. Will you spiral into insecurity? Can you hold your frame when they pull away? Your reaction to her silence tells her more than any sweet words ever could. A Stoic man doesn't flinch. He doesn't flood her phone with messages or beg for attention. Instead, he stands tall in the silence because he knows who he is doesn't change based on how she feels. 3. She doesn't want to feel dependent. Love is powerful and sometimes terrifying, especially for women who pride themselves on their independence. When she starts to need you, your presence, your voice, your energy, it can disrupt her self-image. So she pulls away to feel like herself again and to prove she doesn't need anyone. It's not personal. It's about her identity. If you panic, you validate her fear. But if you stay calm and supportive from a distance, she realizes she can trust you without losing herself. Point 4. She's afraid you're too good to be true. Some women have experienced pain, betrayal, lies, and mind games. So when someone like you comes along kind, present, and intentional, her heart whispers, don't fall too fast. It might not last. She might ghost you not because she wants to, but because she's terrified you'll disappear first. This is subconscious. The more she feels, the more she resists. The Stoic man understands this. He doesn't chase for reassurance or punish her for pulling away. He simply continues to be consistently grounded, proving her fear wrong without a single word. 5. She wants to see if you'll chase. Some women withdraw not from fear, but from curiosity. They want to see if you value them enough to fight for them. Will you break your character and chase them like the rest? But here's the paradox. If you chase, the dynamic shifts. You go from being a mystery to being predictable, from grounded. Too needy. The Stoic response is to let her come to you, not out of ego, but out of self-respect. A man who values himself, never begs to be chosen. 6. She's processing her emotions privately. Not all silence is strategic. Some women simply need time. She might be sorting through internal conflicts, career stress, family tension, or past trauma. When she's quiet, it might not be about you at all. But most men assume the worst. She doesn't love me anymore. I must have done something wrong. This leads to overreactions that only push her further away. A Stoic man, however, gives her space. He respects her process and stays emotionally stable while she finds clarity. By doing so, he becomes the only man she trusts during emotional storms. 7. She's guarding herself from falling too deep. Some women associate love with loss. They've loved before, and it broke them. So when those same intense, consuming, and real feelings arise again, her instinct isn't to move closer. It's to protect herself. She may ignore you not out of rejection, but out of self-defense. This isn't something you can fix, something you must understand. You can't pull her out of that fear, but by remaining strong, calm, and non-reactive, you become a man who represents safety, not pressure. What you should never do. Let's be brutally clear. A woman ignoring you out of emotional overwhelm is one thing. Ignoring you to manipulate or punish you is another. Stoic man does not tolerate emotional immaturity disguised as mystery. So, here's what you must never do. Don't beg for attention. Don't double text. Don't stalk her online. Don't. Let her silence break your self-worth. Let her speak through her actions. You speak through your discipline, peace, and quiet strength. You are not here to convince anyone to love you. You are here to live so powerfully that love naturally aligns with your presence. A Stoic man doesn't try to decode her silence. Doesn't lose himself trying to earn someone's affection. Instead, he protects his time, sharpens his focus, builds his mission, and honors his values. He lets her leave if she must, and he welcomes her back if she returns with clarity. But he never, ever compromises his dignity, because his centered masculinity doesn't chase. It attracts effortlessly and powerfully. Here's the truth most men never learn. Sometimes women ignore you not because they don't love you, but because they're afraid they actually do. They're scared of how deep it feels. They don't know if you'll stay, or unsure if you're real or just another illusion. And while she's working through those fears, your response will define everything. Will you beg, break down, and lose sleep? Or will you stand calm in the silence, unmoved, unbothered, and unshakable? Because that man, the grounded, peaceful one, is the man she'll come back to, or regret losing forever. If this message resonated with you, it means you're ready to become more than just a man. You're ready to become a stoic leader of your own life. Subscribe now for more insights on masculinity, emotional control, and self-respect. Tap the bell icon and join a community of men who don't chase, but who rise. Let her silence echo.